Hey guys, if you're watching this, you probably missed class today. So I just kind of want to cover some of the things that we went over in class. Today we did both science and social studies, but they're really easy. For science, that's what I'm going to start with first. We glued 3 pages into your journal. Page 1, we have the science journal guidelines and your lab rules. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're just going to glue this in on page 1 in your journal, and you're going to read over it. Page 2 are some measurements and some supplies that we'll use in the science lab, and then a formula chart like what you use in your math STAR test. I just want to kind of zoom in a little bit. These are the formulas that we're going to learn about this year, but we highlighted speed and we highlighted density, and those are the 2 formulas that we're going to spend the most time working on this year. And then the 3rd page is just a review from last year, and it tells you the 4 steps on how to use the eye wash station if you get something in your eye, and then the 4 steps on using a fire extinguisher: pull, aim, squeeze, sweep. Okay? And then the only homework that you will have is your SpongeBob safety worksheet. And so the Bikini Bottom gang, so Patrick and Gary and SpongeBob, are learning safety rules in the science lab. So all you're going to do is read over this, and you're going to highlight any sentence where they're making a mistake in the science lab. Okay, super simple. As far as social studies, that's going to be in your blue journal. And today we used gold Sharpies in my classroom, and we decorated them to look like a passport since we're learning about world geography this year. So the first thing we did after that was we took this blank map and we just followed the rules up here. And we used all of these words to label the world map. And we talked about continents and oceans today. And so I want you to know that the biggest misconception when we talk about continents and oceans is that a lot of people believe that Russia or China are continents, and they're not. They're countries that are on the continent of Asia. So when you're done labeling your map, it will look like this. Okay, so we found the equator, which is like the belt of the earth, and we labeled the prime meridian, that's longitude and latitude. And then we labeled North America, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, Australia, and Antarctica. And then we labeled the 5 oceans. You have the Arctic Ocean, and that's ARC, arc, like a rainbow arc, because our sphere of our Earth has an arc at the top. So the Arctic Ocean, and below the Arctic Ocean, which starts with an A, in between the Americas and Africa, you also have the Atlantic Ocean. So A, okay, and A, Antarctica. All right, so you have the Atlantic Ocean, you have the Pacific Ocean, and I told them that I'm planning a trip to New Zealand, right? So if you've been to California, you have seen, and you've gone to the beach, you've gone to the Pacific Ocean. Well, the Pacific Ocean is very, very big, and our world is not flat, unlike what a lot of you think, or you like to tell me a lot, is that the world is flat. We know it's not. So just because this piece of paper is flat doesn't mean that our world is flat. Our world is round. So when I leave the North America or the United States, I'll fly through the Pacific Ocean all the way down here to New Zealand, and I'll travel through the Pacific Ocean. So when you look at your map again, we labeled the Pacific Ocean on both sides, on the right and the left. Okay? So you have Arctic Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean here and here. Then you have the Indian Ocean. And we said that India is right here, and it's a tinier country than China and Russia. So what we did, we said he has a little teardrop, and his salty tears are filling up the Indian Ocean. And then we have the Southern Ocean, which it wraps around Antarctica. And then once you color it, the completion will look just like this. Oh, I'm sorry, I left off the colors of Australia and Antarctica. All right, so you'll have to finish coloring those. All right, and then your homework for social studies will be this worksheet. Super simple. You're going to read this 1 paragraph and answer these 5 questions. All 5 of these questions are word for word up here in this paragraph. So I'm using this assignment to show you that I require you to proof everything. So what you'll need to do is every time you want to answer a question, you'll find it up here, you'll highlight the answer, and then you'll write it right here. Okay? And 50% of your grade of this worksheet will be found by highlighting this information, and then the other 50% will be answering these questions. Okay, if you have any questions, I'm just a text away through Remind, or you can come see me before school tomorrow. Hope you have a great evening. Bye.